What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. I absolutely love you guys and how you support my channel, and I got this comment down below on one of my previous videos. Not sure how well known this is, but the SHD exposed interacts with the Vile mask. Found this out in the last global event when it was around, and I put, damn, thank you. I had no idea that that happened. Now, obviously, it's a pulse. It pulses out when you go cover to cover or you hit them with the melee, and it must be a status effect classed pulse in the game. So I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. I don't know if this build that I've got on is going to be any good or not. I'm sticking with the Scorpio. If you check out my previous GE recommended build, I'll link it down below so you can check it out, but that was an absolute riot. So this one's a little bit different. We've built it differently just to give it a go and to play into the fact that we're going to be using a little bit of status effects. So we'll see if it's going to be any good, and if not, it's going to be rubbish, but at least we've learned something about the Vile mask. So we're just on heroic. It was just easier to do it here on Lincoln Memorial. It's a really easy test bed. We've got to basically build that meter up. At the moment we've not got it built. We'll just kill things as normal,
Charge compromised.
which is great because we know that the build will work.
Charge transfer initiated.
So as you can see, some of them are, especially the red bars, they're half dead. That's insane. I wonder if the Vile damage is getting amplified by the global event. We should probably test that before this video's out. I'm not hiding.
Charge transfer initiated.
And obviously the good thing about the Vile damage, it gets them all riled up, right? Like they've been seeing that girl down the pub that they shouldn't have. They don't want to sit in cover anymore. They'll bob around and they'll get uncomfortable and and things like that. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. Right, so in this next section, what we might do, we might die, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Vile damage. Let's just make sure we've got the combat damage numbers on, and we'll watch the Vile damage. Where's the damage coming from right now? That is strange. So we're going to apply the Vile damage straight away. We'll watch the ticks go, get an idea of how much we actually do. So you can see there, so around 4,800 or 5,400.
Compromised.
We'll go cover to cover. And at the moment, hang on. Yep, it does. It amplifies the damage. If I get out of the way quickly, you can see. It does way more. Way more. Like 3 times as much. We can do it again with this guy here now, watch.
You're mine now. Charge transfer initiated.
Let's see you run now.
That's insane. That's actually insane. And when they die, do you see what happened then? One of them died from the damage from the mask, and it redid the pulse. This is a great little add-on.
Serious trauma detected.
Bro, hang on. Where do I think I'm going? I'm trying to kill you all, but I'm all out of sorts. Because I'm excited.
Damn, they're flanking me.
I'm not flanking, I'm right in front of you.
You're dead meat.
Look at that guy all the way over there.
Activated charge transfer.
We've got a friendly down.
Double pulse because he died. This is actually what worked out well. Watch, die. Oh, I didn't do it. Or maybe it wasn't pulsed. Yeah, it's actually worked out way better than what I actually envisioned that it would do. Alright, so let's take a look at the build. So we're going to run Gunner for some armor on kill. We needed some survivability in the build, so I literally squeezed in as much as I possibly could because we get a lot of damage from the GE, so we might as well build some survivability in as well. I was using the Scorpio. Now you don't have to use the Scorpio, but it did fit in with me running ongoing directive. But if you didn't want to have to reload, you could use the Enforcer, you could use the Marine Super 90, you could use the Tsunami. There's a lot of options for shotguns, you know, perhaps using Pummel on the bottom and then you wouldn't have to reload. The Scorpio just worked really well. It's really powerful and it fits in, you know, kind of with the status effect thing that we're adding a little bit to as well with this build. The Vile Mask, that was the star of the moment, gives us status effects Hasbro, and I put critical hit chance in the bottom. You can build this build two ways. You can go crit chance, crit damage, and I kind of didn't mind doing that because of the damage boost that we get from the GE, or you could just go straight up headshot damage. You'll probably do more damage with the headshot version, but obviously you have to hit the head. So either or, totally up to you which way you build it. But this one I'm going to show you is the crit chance, crit damage version. Then we've got Toxic Delivery that was doing all that extra damage and also causing the pulse to go off. Then my favorite gear set, my favorite brand set of the moment, Palisade, because it gives us 10% armor on kill. This isn't a terrible backpack to try and get. It's definitely, it's not an all red unicorn, but if you get one that has crit chance or crit damage in the attributes, and then with Bloodsucker on the bottom, it will work perfect. Basically anything with Bloodsucker here would be great. I just like the fact that I can get another 10% armor on kill running one piece only. You could go full damage here. You could put a group or one in with Bloodsucker, crit chance, crit damage and weapon damage. You could go Walker Harris with Adrenaline Rush if you wanted to as well, or group or with Adrenaline Rush. Totally do what you want here for survivability. This was just my survivability piece, which worked out really nice because Bloodsucker I think is absolutely phenomenal. And then we've got our 4 ongoing directive pieces. The reason it was easy to get survivability out of the backpack than it was the chest, so I decided to go with the ongoing directive chest. We get 15% status effects, 30% reload speed, and then we get the hollow point ammo, which amplifies our damage by 20%. But if we run the chest, it increases that to 35%. And if you're running this in a team as well, obviously you're going to provide hollow point to them as well. This bonus damage doesn't apply to them, but they do get the native 20%. And obviously everything just starts to bleed as well. Weapon damage, crit chance on the chest. If you want to look at the gloves, weapon damage, critical hit damage. And we're doing the usual here when it comes to a crit damage, crit chance build. We're building as close to 60% critical hit chance as we possibly can. And then we're going to put everything else into critical hit damage. Then we've got critical hit damage on the holster. And on the knees, we've got critical hit damage. Banshee Pulse, again, plays perfect with the Vile Mask along with the Scorpio. It's a really good combination of having, the Scorpio, the Vile Mask, ongoing directive, and the Banshee Pulse. It just helps with everything. Revive Hive, just my extra life. As you saw, playing up close and personal, you are going to go down every now and again. So it's worth having that in the next slot. 56% crit chance and 81% critical hit damage. This is lower than I like to run usually. Like I said, it might be worth speccing into headshot damage everywhere, but the fact that the GE's on and it gives us so much extra damage, it's kind of cool. 65% headshot damage and 12% armor damage. It just works out really, really well. I've rolled my Scorpio to damage the target out of cover with the recent TU20 changes, and obviously poison, disorientate, shock, and then the additional damage that it takes just makes this even better, and it makes sure that we're always going to be getting the hollow point ammo from the ongoing directive stuff. You can put whatever you want in the secondary and offhand. I just put my shield splinter in. It's like a laser. It doesn't have capped crit chance, but it very nearly does. It's 56% and 81% critical hit damage. If you wanted to look at the stats on that, it's a damage target out of cover, basically F2000. It's really good, but you can run whatever you like. Have fun with this, agents. Thanks again to 21 who hooked me up with this information, and hopefully you guys like the build that I created from it. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you need a friendly community Discord, you'll find the link down below in the description. And thank you to everyone that said hi in Countdown recently. If you see me in Countdown, give me a hello. It's great to see that you guys are watching the videos, and it's great to, you know, all the nice comments that we're getting in Countdown. You are making my head extremely huge, and well, you know, who doesn't like a big head? See you in the next one. Bye bye.